Why most men over 60 stop looking athletic, and exactly how to reverse it. Most men over 60 do not stop looking athletic because they got old. They stop because nobody gave them the right information at the right time. The decline you see in the mirror is not inevitable. It is largely correctable. And the men who figured that out are walking around at 65, 70, and 75 with physiques that most 40-year-olds would genuinely envy. Here is what this video hands you today. The hormonal shift silently dismantling your athletic appearance and exactly how to reverse it. The precise blueprint that creates the shoulder-to-waist ratio every athletic body shares. The hidden enemy storing itself around your midsection and suffocating your results. And the one thing about how you carry yourself that determines how athletic you look before you ever touch a weight. Stay until the end. The bonus point connects three things most men never think about together, and it will change how you see your results forever. Number 1, the hormonal shift nobody warned you about and how to fight back. Testosterone declines at 1 to 2% every year after 30. By 65, a man may have lost 30 to 40% of the testosterone he had in his prime. Growth hormone, responsible for muscle fullness, fat metabolism, and physical recovery, declines even more steeply, and cortisol rises as both fall, breaking down muscle tissue and driving fat storage directly toward the midsection. This is not aging. This is a hormonal environment nobody taught you how to manage. Here is how you fight back. Heavy compound resistance training 3 to 4 times per week is the most powerful natural testosterone stimulator available to men over 60. Research confirms that men over 60 who train consistently with resistance maintain significantly higher testosterone levels than sedentary men of the same age. Sleep 7 to 9 hours every night. Growth hormone is released in its largest pulse during deep sleep. Eliminate processed sugar. It directly suppresses testosterone by elevating insulin. And manage stress actively because chronically elevated cortisol is silently consuming your muscle tissue every single day. You cannot stop the hormonal shift entirely, but you can slow it, manage it, and build a physique that reflects deliberate effort rather than passive decline. Number 2, the Vtaper Blueprint, building the shoulder-to-waist ratio that defines an athletic body. Every athletic body shares one visual characteristic. The shoulders are significantly wider than the waist. This ratio is what the eye reads as athletic. It makes a man look powerful in a shirt and commanding in a room. Without it, a man can be fit and strong and still not look athletic. With it, everything changes. After 60, this ratio faces 2 simultaneous threats. The shoulders narrow as deltoid muscles shrink from undertraining, and postural collapse pulls them forward. The waist widens as visceral fat accumulates, and weakened core muscles allow the abdomen to push outward. The V-taper disappears not because the skeleton changed, but because the muscles surrounding it did. Train your lateral deltoids directly twice every week. 4 sets of 12 to 15 repetitions of dumbbell lateral raises. Add seated overhead dumbbell press, 3 sets of 10 repetitions to build the shoulder cap that creates width from every angle. For the waist, perform vacuum exercises every morning. Exhale completely, draw your navel toward your spine, hold for 20 seconds, repeat 5 times. Within 6 weeks, the visual difference in your waistline will be measurable without losing a single pound. The V-taper is not a genetic gift. It is a construction project. Number 3, visceral fat, the hidden enemy destroying your athletic appearance after 60. Visceral fat sits deep inside the abdominal cavity surrounding your organs. It pushes the midsection outward from the inside, creating the hard, rounded belly that no amount of crunches can fix, because the problem is not on the surface. After 60, declining testosterone, reduced physical activity, and chronically elevated cortisol drive visceral fat accumulation aggressively, and most men have no idea how to target it specifically. Zone 2 cardio. A pace where you can hold a conversation but feel genuinely warm, performed for 30 to 45 minutes 3 times per week, is the most effective exercise modality for reducing visceral fat in older men. It burns fat directly without elevating cortisol the way high-intensity training does. Reduce refined carbohydrates because consistently elevated insulin is the primary hormonal driver of visceral fat storage. and increase soluble fiber, oats, beans, flaxseed, and apples, because soluble fiber directly reduces visceral fat by stabilizing blood sugar and reducing the inflammatory environment that visceral fat thrives in. Attack these three consistently for 60 days, and the change in your midsection will be visible and lasting. Before the bonus point, drop a comment telling us where you're watching from and one thing you're going to apply from this video this week. We read every single comment, and your engagement helps this video reach more men who need this information right now. Number 4, the posture code. Why how you carry yourself determines how athletic you look. Two men of identical height, weight, and muscle walk into the same room. One looks powerful and athletic, the other looks average and older than his years. Same body, completely different impression. The difference is posture, and posture after 60 is not about willpower. It is about which muscles are strong and which have been allowed to weaken over decades. The 3 postural failures destroying the athletic appearance of men over 60 are forward head posture, rounded shoulders, and anterior pelvic tilt. Forward head posture adds the visual equivalent of 10 years to a man's appearance. Rounded shoulders collapse the chest and eliminate the broad, powerful look that defines an athletic upper body. Anterior pelvic tilt pushes the stomach forward and flattens the glutes, making a man look soft regardless of how much he trains. Face pulls with a resistance band, 3 sets of 20 repetitions daily, directly reverse rounded shoulders. Chin tucks, 3 sets of 15 repetitions, correct forward head posture faster than any stretch. Glute bridges, 3 sets of 15 repetitions every morning, correct anterior pelvic tilt by reactivating the posterior chain. Apply this for 30 days, and the transformation will be visible to everyone around you before you add a single pound of muscle. Bonus point: skin, collagen, and muscle fullness. The trio that separates men who look athletic from men who just train hard. 2 men follow identical training programs and eat identical diets, and one looks visibly more athletic than the other. Fuller muscles, tighter skin, more defined shape. The difference almost always comes down to 3 overlooked factors: skin quality, collagen density, and muscle fullness. After 60, collagen production declines by approximately 1% every year. Collagen keeps skin tight against the muscle underneath it. When it declines, muscle definition becomes less visible, even when the muscle is genuinely there. Muscle fullness, determined by intramuscular glycogen and hydration, dictates whether trained muscles look full and 3-dimensional or flat and undefined. Supplement with 10 grams of hydrolyzed collagen peptides daily, taken with vitamin C. Vitamin C is essential for collagen synthesis, and without it, the peptides cannot be properly utilized. Consume 30 to 40 grams of carbohydrates within 1 hour after training to replenish intramuscular glycogen and give your muscles the full athletic appearance that depleted muscles simply cannot produce. And drink a minimum of 3 liters of water daily. Muscle tissue is approximately 75% water, and even mild dehydration causes visible muscle flatness that no amount of training can correct. These 3 adjustments cost almost nothing, but the visual difference within 60 days is remarkable. Looking athletic after 60 is not about genetics, luck, or age. It is about understanding your biology and responding with the right strategy. You now have the hormonal knowledge to stop the invisible decline. You have the Vtaper Blueprint to rebuild the physique shape that commands attention. You have the tools to eliminate visceral fat that no crunch will ever reach. You understand that posture transforms your appearance before a single muscle is added. And you have the 3 overlooked factors that determine whether your hard training actually shows. Most men over 60 are working hard without this knowledge. You no longer have that excuse. Apply what you learned today, and the man in the mirror 6 months from now will be someone you are genuinely proud of. This channel exists for one reason: to prove that the strongest version of you is not behind you. It is ahead of you. Subscribe to The Silver Athlete, hit the bell. Join the men who refuse to accept average as their fate. Like this video if it moved the needle for you, and share it with one man who needs to hear this today. I have queued up your next video on screen right now. We will see you there. Age bold, train hard, live strong.